going to be talking about ukuleles in just a minute, and boy, hasn't the ukulele become a part of the national conversation all of a sudden with the previews of Scott Morrison and his wife Jenny's interview on 60 Minutes. Gee, it was long. It was 2 segments, it was 20 minutes long. Mark from Bomaderry says, Nick, perhaps you can get Russell Hanna from the Illawarra Folk Festival to organise ScoMo and Albo to do the dueling banjos music as used in the movie Deliverance to decide the election. Is there any truth about moves being made by the rights holders of Dragon's April Sun in Cuba to sue the PM for damages? To all you musos, I share your pain, says Mark from Bomaderry. We'll play a bit more ukulele music in just a minute. As I mentioned to Mel this morning, I have been trying for a couple of decades now to try to make the ukulele a little bit sexy, a little bit funky, and now it seems like it's back to square one after the ukulele was featured on 60 Minutes with the Prime Minister playing. And now, don't get me wrong, I love being inclusive. I don't want to chord shame or pitch shame the Prime Minister. I love families getting together and singing, but unfortunately it's put the cause of the ukulele back quite a few more decades. Uncle Cyril is the boss of the Swingalales, who regularly perform around Wollongong at aged care facilities. You might see them pop up in the mall and I'll occasionally join them. In fact, they were part of the Illawarra representatives at the Blue Mountains Ukulele Festival over the weekend, and Uncle Cyril, fresh from his dip in the Taraji pool, is with me now. Hello, Uncle.
Hello there, Nick. How are you?
Was the Prime Minister's ukulele playing part of the conversation at the Blue Mountains Festival?
Yes, but not to much a degree. The people they're a bit very surprised, and some were happy, some were a bit disappointed, feeling that any choice that ScoMo makes is a poor choice, like washing people's hair and stuff like that. They thought it might just be a stunt. But they thought, no, it tackled a tough song, the April Sun in Cuba.
Oh, really?
They must know more than one chord, yeah.
You reckon that's a toughie, the April Sun in Cuba?
Yeah, well, must have at least 3 chords in it,
You clearly had trouble remembering the words. When in doubt, repeat the first verse. That's fine.
Yeah, maybe a typical ukulele player. But the whole point about ukuleles is that you do them in numbers, and that way you can make mistakes. That was his problem. They didn't have a group with them. It'd be better then. Maybe you could start a group at the Canberra.
If only he brought back 4 ukuleles for him and his daughters and his wife. You do it en masse, and that's the secret.
Yes. That's the way to punch them through, that's for sure. You're right. And at least we know that one thing good come out of his holiday in Hawaii, come back to ukulele. So all was not lost after all.
So how are we going to reclaim the ukulele from the Ubadagi appearance last night?
Oh, well, I know. I don't really know. It's really a tough call. The poor man. And yes, what you should do is we could go about the street playing the ukulele, talking to strangers, telling the good thing, handing out pamphlets and leaflets, maybe a letterbox drop, with saying, ukes are good, You never know. What do they say about any publicity is good publicity?
Oh, you reckon?
And, well, another thing is, it says even prime ministers can play it. There's no discrimination. You know how they're applying these things these days. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Turn it into a positive. Yeah. Look, this just goes to show you how easy this instrument is to play. If Australia's Ubadagi dad can whip out 3 chords, well, anybody can have a go. I like where you're thinking, Unc.
Exactly, that's right. It doesn't matter, if you're introvert, extrovert, if you don't like pineapple on your pizza or whatever, you're still welcome to come and play the ukulele.
Are you back to having your regular strum along at the frat, or are you still restricted?
Yeah, we on the 2nd of March, Wednesday the 2nd of March, we're back at the frat. This last 2 years has been pretty difficult.
Yeah.
And we've been meaning contact with Zoom. We'll be playing every Wednesday evening at Zoom, performances and concerts, and they've been wonderful, really. It's for the Swingerellies. And lately we are playing at the Fairy Meadow Beach Park at 11 o'clock on Wednesdays. You're welcome to come and join. Anyone is welcome, even Scott Morrison.
The Fairy Meadow Beach Park at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday.
In the shadow of the Surf Club, that's right. 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning.
Oh,
come along.
That's cool. Yeah. Okay, so the Swingerellies still play, but you meet outside.
We meet outside, oh yes. It's all subject to COVID restrictions.
Right, so grab yourself a uke. Don't buy the cheapest one you can, but just spend a couple of bucks and join the Swingerellies to the Fairy Meadow Beach. Great to talk to you, mate. Thank you. Keep swinging.
Thank you for the chance. See you, mate.
See you later. Now, I just wanted to prove that the ukulele can be funky, can be groovy. I'm going to play you a Hawaiian song. This is me playing the rhythm alongside Jim Magini from Midnight Oil on his own ukulele. He's a real fan as well, and his partner Evelyn Finity on the violin. 1, 2, 3. Heavy metal Hawaiian ukulele there, featuring yours truly alongside Evelyn Finity on the violin and Jim Magini from Midnight Oil playing lead ukulele. I hope that's restored the balance somewhat.